Hello, everyone. I am Adam, or today I am the Spot. And thank you for joining me for this week's development update and community Q&A session. We're going to try this out with this mask on and see how it goes today. Happy Halloween to everyone out there. Again, thank you for joining me. As always, we are going to talk about our latest updates, anything that you might have missed, what we're currently working on, and then what's on deck. And for our giveaway today, we got into the spooky spirit, and we are giving away a trio of monster books. So you have a chance to win some great monster related content, starting with Tome of Beasts 2, and also from Ghostfire, the Grim Hollow Monster Grimoire. So good luck on that. Pay attention to all of the prompts in chat, and you will have a chance to win some monster goodness here on this Halloween. It's the most wonderful time of the year. I don't know of anyone who doesn't like Halloween. And if you don't, then maybe you just haven't been to the right parties and you haven't been with the right people on Halloween. All right, as always, you can ask me anything. You can do that in Twitch chat. Just type the word question followed by the question itself, and I will get to as many as I can get to at the end of our stream today. All right, let's jump right in. On the Vampire Nexus front, we are working on the Chicago Folios. That will definitely be out before the end of this year. Hopefully a good bit sooner than that, but we are getting close to completion on that one. Keep in mind, today is the last day to get 20% off any Nexus book with the code WADTOBER23. So WADTOBER23, you can get 20% off Nexus books using that code during checkout. Pathfinder Nexus, we are working on, I've split this out a little bit differently than I have in previous weeks because I want to explain a little bit about our remaster approach. And there's going to be more details about this next week, especially when, I can see things more. I'm not wearing a mask. But I wanted to talk a little bit about what is going on with the remaster. So we have been really working hard, and I saw even in our forums this week a little bit of some misunderstandings about this. So I'm going to try to clear it up a little bit more here today. But we have been working on the remaster updates, and in parallel, we have been working on performance improvements. And honestly, I don't even know if we're calling them performance improvements. We're calling this, performance updates, because we've got to get this to where everything needs to be with Pathfinder character tools. And so we've been working on those performance improvements in parallel with these remaster updates. So the misunderstanding was that we were waiting to do performance updates until after we got done with remaster. That is not the case. In fact, we have been trying to get them to coincide and crash into the train station at the same time. So we wanted to be ready with these this refactor on the Pathfinder character tools when the remaster hits here on November 15th. The way things are currently looking is we are not going to quite make it by then with the refactoring with the remaster updates. We are going to be very, very close either way. So, we're going to be talking, days and weeks and not weeks and months, with November 15th. But I did want to share that the likely outcome at this point is that on November 15th, you will be able to, in the digital reader, in the game compendium, you'll be able to see all of the remastered content, player core and GM core coming out. You'll be able to use those. Everything's good. We held off on making changes for the remaster in kind of V0, the beta version of the Pathfinder character tools, because honestly, it would just be throwaway work, because the refactoring that we have done for what will be the full release for the character tools is going to be dramatically faster, way better performance. It's going to be the full release. It's not going to be a beta product anymore. It's going to be the full release. And so we chose to not spend that time working on something that we were immediately deprecating, and instead the character tools will be updated with remaster content as soon as that refactor is complete. That is without any doubt whatsoever before the end of this year. But again, we hope that it is a good bit sooner than that. And so we are going to keep everybody posted on that. But come November 15th, you will be able to see, all of the remaster content. You'll be able to read anything that you want to do, scout out everything that's going on with the remaster, and we will keep you completely updated on exactly when that refactor is completed. That is going to bring so many performance improvements. It's going to make it, truly, very usable, which obviously is our intent, has been our intent the entire time. The beta has been incredibly beneficial for us to be able to figure out what needed to be updated, what needed to be fixed, what the root causes of some of the issues. As you all know, if you play Pathfinder, Pathfinder is an incredibly we'll say options rich game. It's got a lot going on with it, and it is being, the largest and most complex game that we're supporting. We wanted to make sure that we were measuring twice and cutting once when it came to getting ready for the full release here. So again, we will keep you updated in the next few weeks on this, but I wanted to set some expectations there that you will be able to see all of the remastered content, the digital reader and the compendium, right when it releases. And again, very close to that, we're going to have character tool updates with the full remaster updates in place. But again, the major thing is we want that to coincide with the refactoring and with all these performance improvements. So we will share more as soon as we have more concrete details. On the platform side, if you missed this, we do have character sharing QR codes in place for all of the character tools that we currently support. And so if you are at a convention, if you're a dungeon master and you are wanting to put together a character for someone that then they can, when they arrive at your house to play, you can flash your phone up and let them capture that character with the QR code. Makes it easier than ever to transfer and share characters across the board. Another thing that we are working on, of course, this is a massive, massive thing that the team has been conceptualizing. Again, this is one of those places where we are trying to make sure that, for instance, I'm trying to learn from some of the pitfalls from my past life when it comes to this, but a homebrew system. So homebrew, we're really excited about that. We see homebrew as a complete requirement and necessity to have 5e character tools, for instance. So we've been working on that prerequisite, but it also means that homebrew for Pathfinder, homebrew for Avatar Legends, homebrew for Vampire, homebrew for Marvel, so all of those things. The homebrew part of the platform, major point in development and something that we are actively working on. So want to put that out there that that is one of the big rocks that we are currently targeting. And then finally, we have some top navigation updates. And this seems like a very small thing, but we expect these top navigation updates to likely be live by next week. But honestly, it's a little bit bigger than it might seem on the surface. So some of the feedback that we have received and some of the stuff that we've known from the beginning was that, when you are in character tools, for instance, you will see that there are two navigation bars at the top of your browser. One of them is kind of Demiplane platform related. One of them is Nexus specific. So this top navigation update is consolidating the two navigation bars. It's going to make it, give you much more screen real estate. It might not seem like much, but in practice and in play, it actually is a good bit more. We've been playing with it in our development environment, and it is great. And so again, we expect some top navigation updates to hit by next week, and we're really excited about that. All right. On the Marvel Multiverse RPG, the character tools are incoming very, very, very soon. So looking forward to getting these character tools out into the wild. We've been working really hard on them. It is the way to create a character for the Marvel Multiverse RPG. I can't imagine playing the game without them at this point, since we've been messing around with them and testing them and everything else. It's going to be really, really awesome. It's going to be very, very soon. We are, of course, working on the Cataclysm of Kang that comes out, I believe, November 15th. And we're going to be ready to go for that street date as well, with full character tools support. And then the Murder World that time forgot is our Savage Land dinosaur themed adventure that we're producing. I am working on possibly getting you a sneak peek of the completed cover, because it is going to blow your mind. So we'll see how that goes in the next couple of weeks. Our convention schedule for the rest of the year is PAX Unplugged. So if you are going to make it to Philadelphia, the city of brotherly love, then say hello to us at PAX Unplugged. We are going to share more details about exactly what capacity we're going to be there in, but we will be working with some of our publishers there at PAX Unplugged. Children of Erte, tonight we have a Halloween special. This is going to be a chapter that is not in the main story. This is one of those dream sequence things, similar to what we did at San Diego Comic-Con, but it's going to be great. The cast is going to dress up. So check out the Halloween special tonight for Children of Erte at 6 p.m. Pacific. All right, giveaway time. If that has not happened yet, giveaways are going on in chat. So good luck to everyone. I couldn't possibly see chat right now, but I am assuming that giveaways are going on, and good luck to everyone on being able to get something in those giveaways. All right, let's check out questions here. See if I can get to them. There we go. All right. Questions. Select. Oh, here we go. Which is the most this is from Jacob Rogers RPG. Jacob Rogers. That makes more sense. I'm trying to read here. RPG. Which is the most awesome non-dinosaur contemporary placeors, let's see, and pteranodons, for example. Yeah, I am a huge pteranodon fan. I am so intrigued by some of the later, especially later period, just monstrous flying creatures. And so definitely a big fan of that. I always butcher the pronunciation here because again, I mostly read it, but the Quetzalcoatlosaurus, that it was just so massive and so terrifying, and possibly, if humans were actually alive then, which, who knows, nobody was actually there. um you know Maybe people were, I don't know. But that would be what would be a dragon essentially. And so very much into that. All right, we've got UK Haiku. When will the remastered books be available on Demiplane? Answer that one a little bit earlier, November 15th. You will definitely be able to access everything in the digital reader and game compendium, following up very strongly with a major character tools update for that full release. Let's see. Aritha, Anirtha. Yeah, sorry, I can't read. I can't read this yellow text that Demi bot is throwing me, but I can read the white question text. So sorry if I'm getting usernames wrong. What is your favorite Halloween candy? I got this one recently, and I am certainly a major fan of Smarties. I was trying to see if I had Smarties around me, but I don't right now, which is probably a good thing for my health. But Smarties, I am definitely a big fan of, Reese cups, those kind of things. I'm into classic Skittles. Lemon heads are probably my absolute favorite thing, and I do have some of those here. But yes, love all of those things. hard to find Smarties and lemon heads and Halloween candy. But I love those full candy bar, subdivisions that you can find as well. AKA Kira, will getting the core rulebook with the upgrade path unlock the PDF on Paizo? Yes, it will. It will. That's a great question, and it will. We have, you know, uh, we have worked that out with Paizo, and that is I'm not trying to kind of belabor this or anything, but that is something that Demiplane is specifically doing to try to smooth that on ramp for the remaster things. But yes, it would. Kato Flex, what is your favorite Halloween movie? This is a great question. And honestly, it's like if you ask me things like, favorite, holiday movie, Die Hard, like those kind of things, easy answers there. But when it comes to Halloween, I actually do not like horror movies at all. And so I have found that I have a far too overactive imagination. And if I watch something horror related, I have nightmares for days or weeks in some cases. And so I don't watch a ton of horror related things, but I do, love some of the more, fun things like Hocus Pocus, and the things that aren't actually horror. um, I definitely like those kind of things. And the amount of horror that I am okay with is typically something like Stranger Things. It's a sweet spot. So everybody can laugh at me about that. But yeah, anything that is like as scary as Stranger Things or less, I'm game for. And so I would say that. But I do watch movies every Halloween. And tonight I am trying, because I feel like now that I'm older, I am brave enough to potentially try some things with the horror genre. And there are some really, just as a cinephile, I feel like I've got to see some of these movies. And so, for instance, I have never seen John Carpenter's The Thing. I have never seen it because I knew it's like, hey, that's going to be too scary for me. I think I'm going to try to watch it today. So send me good vibes. Hopefully, I won't have nightmares for weeks. All right. Uh, Ari Amos, since I'm not really a fan of Halloween, what's your favorite Christmas movie? Yes, Die Hard. Right, UK Haiku. What non-streamed TTRPG games are you currently playing? That is a really good question. I have not had enough time to play as much as I want of late. Because we are cranking out a whole lot of stuff. Our team is working incredibly hard. I personally am really looking forward to the holiday break because that is where every year I really recharge my batteries up to 100%. So we are in the middle of a blitz of activity right now. And so I'm not playing too much outside of streaming. I'm obviously playing with Children of Verte, but I have done some one shots recently in a game that I am kind of messing around with on the side and creating some things for. So I'm doing a little bit of play testing with that. And I'm not ready to talk about it yet because then everybody will dissect everything that I'm saying. But I have been doing that. And then recently, I have played a decent amount of Alien. I am a huge fan of Free League, love Alien, and I've played some one shots in that recently. I've got a Pathfinder campaign that I work in this industry, and we are still having trouble finding the ability to get together to play, even online. So uh, we deal with the same, issues with time that everyone else does out there. But I do have a Pathfinder campaign queued up, and we haven't been able to jump into it yet. Anchor 89, Freddie, Jason, or Michael, who is the guest of horror at your Halloween party? Yeah, like I know who these people are just because of their cultural significance. But I Freddie, I will say that as a kid, Freddie was funnier to me and a little less scary. So I'm going to go with the less scary option. And again, I haven't really watched those movies, so Freddy may be horrible, but in his outside of movie appearances, it seems like he might be less scary. So I'm going to go with that. Cassie's 335. In the eventual third Spider Verse movie, what do you suppose Miguel being Miguel are the chances of a spot heel turn? Yeah, that is a great question. And again, obviously, I have no insider info on this. So, like, this is pure speculation. I assume that it's going to be a little bit more of Miguel redeeming himself, is what my assumption would be. Because I think that Miles got through to Miguel. So that's what I'm going to say. I think that the spot isn't going to necessarily change his spots, but I do think that Miguel will see the light and become the hero he was meant to be. UK Haiku, have you seen Event Horizon? If so, how scary did you find? So Event Horizon, I still to this day think that it was a rite of passage for 13-year-old Adam, or however old I was. I can't remember, maybe 14, 15. I was in a movie theater with two other people. So I had a friend with me and his cousin, and the three of us were in that theater. This is back when they actually had real, like, Dolby surround sound, like where you could like hear it in your feet, and all of that. And Event Horizon is one of the most terrifying, harrowing times of my entire life. I could tell you pretty much a moment by moment, play by play with that movie, because I was scared out of my skin watching that movie. That was one of the formational moments that led me to understand that I did not like horror films. And again, I don't even think that most people would consider that one. I guess it's more thriller. But again, it was a absolutely terrifying, harrowing experience, and I believe something that probably made me lose years of my life. So Event Horizon, very foundational in a bad way experience for me when I was watching that. Anchor 89. So you are dressed as a blind spot. I like it. Blind spot, because of bad eye and all of that. That's it. UK Haiku. Is the spot a dry run? Are you considering Rorschach for the no? But I do love, absolutely love Watchmen, of course, especially the graphic novel, not necessarily the movie. Artemis Themp, um, are you going to watch the Halloween Tree today? No, no plans for that. Like I said, I'm trying to watch The Thing. We will see what happens there. All right. I think that that is all of the questions. And I honestly can't see that little bitty clock in the bottom right corner of my screen. So that is all we're going to do today. And I hope that this was around 30 minutes. But I appreciate everyone for joining me. I appreciate all the questions as always. We have so much going on here at Demiplane that we are really excited about. Definitely keep an eye out for Marvel character tools very soon. And again, we'll keep you posted on everything that's going on with the remaster updates, and really importantly, the full release for the Pathfinder character tools. We've been doing testing internally, and we are seeing dramatic improvements in performance really across the board, getting things to where they need to be with those Pathfinder character tools for the full release. So really excited about that. We're going to keep you posted on that. Again, I hope everybody has a wonderful Halloween. I really enjoy this time, and that might be feel a little strange and in opposition to me saying that I don't like horror movies and all these other things, but I really do love Halloween. Join us tonight for the Halloween special of Children of Verte at 6 p.m. Pacific. And otherwise, we will see you next week. Later, Gators.